Hi everyone, my name is Audrey Fox, and today I will be teaching you guys a little bit about the types of friendships. So, for our first one, we have short term versus long term. And so, our short term friendships are friends that change as our life does. And so, for example, this could be a friend that you have in class during one of your high school classes, and then once you leave that class, you're no longer friends. And then your long term friends are your short term friends that turn into long term friends. And so that means that you guys like tend to hang out longer, or you guys like continue to maintain that friendship even after like that class is over. And then our next friendship is our low disclosure versus high disclosure. And so the disclosure is like the amount of information that you give about yourself to the other person. And so this can mean just like how much trust you could put in this person and things like that. So low disclosure is you don't disclose very much information about yourself. And then high disclosure is you disclose more information about yourself, essentially. And then doing orientated versus being orientated can get a little bit confusing, but as long as you like remember doing versus being, it should be okay. And what I mean by that, so like doing orientated is a friendship that they experience closeness in like doing things. And what I mean by that is, say I have a friend who loves to go golfing and I love to go golfing and we bonded over going golfing. We're not going to go like do something that's unrelated to golfing, essentially. So we are doing orientated friends. So I would like be like, hey, do you want to go golf with me, essentially? And then being orientated is those friends where you can just text them any time of the day and go, hey, did you want to go get coffee or something? So then for our next one, we have low obligation versus high obligation. And so low obligation is like you don't feel that it could be like the beginning stages of a friendship, and so you don't feel as obligated to hang out with them or help them. And then high obligation is the opposite spectrum of that. So you feel more obligated and you want to help this person succeed in whatever they can. And then our last one is frequent contact versus occasional contact. And so frequent contact is like you're always texting, you're always in contact, and like even if you're not physically in person with those relationship, you're still like trying to make sure that they know that you're there and connected. And then occasional contact is a person who you still feel as strong like you would in other relationships, but you don't talk as often. So now we are going to do a little questionnaire, and I hope you guys can see that. So we are going to do this small questionnaire just to get to just see what friendship you have. And so for this, you're going to think of a particular friend and select the answer below that best describes your friendship. So for the first question, which of the following best describes the time you spend with this friend? And you can go ahead and read those. And then question 2, if you were on a long car ride together, what would you most likely talk about? And then for question 3, if your friend were in bed with the flu for several days, what would you be most likely to do? And number 4, if this friend said something that hurt your feelings, what would you probably do? Alright, so if you have all of those questions answered, we're going to go ahead and discuss the answers for those. So if you answered A more than once, this is a close friend that you can count on. You are likely to disclose a great deal to each other and to back each other up even when things are difficult. This is likely to be a long-term relationship with the rewards that come from knowing that someone who knows you well is there for you no matter what. And then if you answered B 2 or more times, you are in an independent friendship. This is a friendship that doesn't involve a great deal of obligation. You're able to get together when you feel like it without feeling pressured to do so if you don't. Although not as close as some friendships, this one may be valuable, particularly if other commitments claim a lot of your time right now. Not everyone has to be a best friend. Just be careful not to let your desire for independence distance you from forming strong bonds with one or two more friends that you can always count on. And then if you answered C more than once, You have a far yet close friendship, and this means this seems to be an enduring, long term friendship that remains strong even though you're not able to be together in person as much as you would like. You are likely to enjoy the benefits of being emotionally connected without much obligation to do things together for each other. It can be a great feeling to know that distance and time cannot dim the memories you have shared together. At the same time, be sure not to take this friendship for granted. A thoughtful text or call may help you feel close even when you're not together physically. And if you answered D 2 or more times, you are in an evolving friendship. It's likely that your friendship is still developing. Your sense of obligation is likely to be low at this stage as you venture to disclose more about yourselves to each other. It remains to be seen if this will be a short or long-term relationship, but the benefits of having strong friendships suggest that it may be worth the effort to find out. Alright, that's all I have for the types of friendships for 8.3. Thank you.